This is Yohhamgambal. We're back playing Shadow Hearts. Last time we did a bunch of side missions, and one thing we need to do real quick to get the good ending into this game is we need to take Yuri over to this tombstone and read that it says Alice on there. That is only if you want to get the good ending after you have killed all the 4 cursed masks. But we have a lot to do in this part. We're actually gonna, there's a lot to do in this part, so let us get going. But first we need to go visit Roger Bacon. Now that we've done everything, we've collected all the final weapons, we've collected all the ultimate armors, we are ready to go to the Nemeton Monastery. To hopefully stop it from summoning a god that is coming to Earth to destroy everything. So, let's see. But yeah, though, you want to make sure that if you want to get the good ending, that you defeat all the 4 masks and then look at the gravestone. If you don't, even if you defeat the 4 masks, but you don't look at the gravestone with Yuri, it will not allow you to get the good ending. So make sure you do that. But I will be showing you both endings. But let's first see. Seems as though Alice has been pulled back into the graveyard again. This will be her 2nd time, I think? Possibly 3rd, I don't remember. I mean, at least for us to see it. She might have been pulled into here more than once. One thing I didn't know, though, is that you can read, if you go up to the gravestones, they say different things. I actually didn't know that the first playing through, so that's kind of cool. Seems to be different. What it is, it seems to be Yuri's growth as his feelings towards Alice. So first he's kind of annoyed, but then he starts to care about her and, you know, starts to try and understand her a little more. So that's cool. I actually never saw that before. It is a pretty foreboding area. You idiot. Yeah, so it only says the same thing. You can try and... They only say one thing. But I never knew about this before, so that was cool. Okay, seems like Yuri's definitely grown. And then Alice Elliott. And you also have to look at that too, if I'm correct. Otherwise, it won't activate the ending you want. Here's the broken masks. Look at a little shabby. Uh-oh. Here comes Yuri. You heard that door busting down. You ain't stopping the Yurmeister. Hell, they're really weak. But oh well. I love that. She's my woman. Ooh, damn, Yuri, you're getting a little protective. Look at you. Yuri's like, you best back off of my best girl. He's like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I'll just have to kill both of you. No big deal. Now, so depending on what happens, though, but we'll see. So let's talk about this fight here. First of all, I have to say this is probably one of the most unsettling, I think, enemy designs. Personally, for me, I think this is probably one of the most unsettling. And for one thing, I actually kind of It actually stems from kind of like this unsettling fear I have from, it's funny, as a little kid, I remember I would watch my brother play Majora's Mask. And when you put the masks on, for like the Deku Scrub, Zora, Goron, when he screamed, that shit freaked me the hell out as a child. And I still remember being terrified. I really like it now. I think it's a really cool feature of the game. But something about that really, like, kind of made me not like the idea of putting masks on my face. And this enemy just happens to be a giant mask with a lot of eyeballs, and it has probably one of the scariest attacks ever. So this is Atman. Oh, is this the attack? Eradication? Yeah. This attack is super scary. Well, okay, scary is a little... I wouldn't say scary, but definitely weird. Yeah, that's really freaky. And then, oh, there's her dad. Yeah, so this is Atman. Realized form of darkness that exists in every person's mind. It devours harmonixer souls and attempts to release darkness into the world. So yeah, it has 4,000 attack if Yuri's here. If not, then he can't be killed. He's non-element, but he likes to do a lot of the elemental attacks that attack everybody. But yeah, though this fight isn't really that hard. It's actually relatively easy. So this attack's kind of weird too. Is this the one? No, it's not. Okay, that's the Earth one. There's this funny attack where he goes up to you and his mask kind of stretches into like pins and needles. That's weird. Anyways, though, this fight isn't really that hard. I mean, it's probably better to use your Fire Fusion, but I wanted to use Amon just because he's pretty cool. And even Alice can, if you want to, Alice can deal some damage too, but it's probably best to keep her on heal duty. Alice and Yuri working together to defeat the curse. But yeah, this fight's relatively easy. Yeah, he's weird though. But this attack in particular is fucking weird, dude. I mean, the eyes, the fact that they're... I mean, really, it's not that scary. Honestly, it's not that scary, but for me, it is an unsettling design, I think. Mainly because, one, it doesn't have a body. Two, it has multiple eyes, which is just already weird. And the eyes aren't in really... Their eyes are in kind of weird places, too. And the fact that it's like a... Oh, this is the attack I said that. The fact that it's like a humanoid face, because it's, it's a mask, so it's just unsettling. It has like two mouths. It's weird. But it's almost dead. You can see it wibbling and wobbling and weebling. So, I think I try and kill it with Alice just for fun. Because that would be a great, that'd be great. But she, unfortunately, does not kill it. But it will get killed on the next turn by Yuri. Not too bad damage, though. But I also upgraded her, yeah, that's the attack that looks like pins and needles. I upgraded her weapon to the max, I think? To the max magic. Oh, no, I think it's the next turn that he dies. Yeah. I don't know why. Did I put Holy Edge on him? Because he's not a dark type. He is non-element. Or this... Oh, no, I was going to say. No, Alice is just healing again. Yeah, next turn, he dies. Alright, masked face. His voice is weird, too. How do you speak with no body? But, alright. Well, you're broken now. Interesting enough, though, he dies differently than than every other enemy. Well, I guess, I mean, when an enemy doesn't completely die or, like, run away, they just kind of fade away. But we did kill him because what's really cool is if you go back to the gravestone, I forgot to show this. If you go to the gravestone where Alice's name is, I believe it says his name there. So, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I think it does. I think it does, yeah. The contract for the soul! Nice, now we have this big open closet for things. We can put all of our, boxes. Yeah, let's leave. This place is the pits. You're just sleeping on this hard stone floor? God, no wonder you're having nightmares. Your lumbar and back must be in hell of a lot of pain. Seems like Yuri doesn't really remember.
I'm not sure when it was that I started to feel the way I do about you. You can be so short-tempered and foul-mouthed sometimes, and yet so graceful and strong and pure. Would you be surprised if I told you that I sometimes wished our journey together would never end? I don't know where that journey will end, but I'm frightened when I start to feel it coming. You've survived so many hardships since you were a child. Overcome such pain. I'm certain it was because your mother and father gave you so much love when you were small. And that's why, even if you don't put it in words, you're always teaching me just exactly what love is. I'm so grateful that I met you. So truly, truly grateful.
That's how it could have ended, though. But let's see how it really ended. And here we go. This time, though, unfortunately, Alice does not have the support of Yuri to face this curse. So let's see how she fares against him. Fortunately, though, this fight is quite unwinnable. Alice does measly damage, and he does a lot of damage. There's not much you can do against this fight. Alice is just going to have to succumb to the power of the curse. This makes me wonder, though, if Yuri's father also had to deal with this. Because the way this sounds the way they make it sound is that every Harmonixer has to deal with the masks and this guy. So it makes me wonder if just being a Harmonixer makes you automatically have the curse, the contract with the curse activated. I guess once you use the demons for the first time, maybe that's when the curse activates. The graveyard, you're sent to the graveyard. Eradication works a little differently now when it's just Alice. It is an instant kill. And it's still very creepy. Yep, instant death. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. But seems like Alice is waking up. But I don't think she's doing okay, though. Okay, but with that, though, we can talk to Roger. Anyways, though, you want to talk to Roger, because if you remember that dirty magazine we got from the tower from fighting Duheel, I forgot his name, but the guy who summoned who's trying to summon a demon, the Seraphic or whatever it's called. If you give Roger this magazine, he'll help you. He'll give you something very nice. He wants this dirty mag. Okay. Tired of using it anyways. The erotic book for the pulse track. pulse, baby. This page can't be opened. Oh, it was like that when I got it. That is so freaking gross. Roger, you're a genius, right? Don't you have some type of solution for getting rid of sticky substances? Maybe you can make some type of technology that gets rid of the sticky substance on the page without damaging it. Anyways, here's the pulse track, which is Roger's manuscript. So yeah, we need to go back to the, we need to go, what is it? The ancient temple? Whatever it's called. We need to go back. But anyways, just, you know, buying a couple of items, restocking on health, getting some, tents, and I guess staring at the ATM machine. Anyways, so yeah, with that, it gives us, the pattern that we need to go to, go through the rainbow doors again. And this is for an optional item, 100% optional. It's pretty damn good though. It's pretty worth it. I won't spoil it yet, but it's pretty freaking good because it helps get Yuri's ultimate armor. This helps get Yuri's ultimate armor and the last secret demon soul that he can fuse with. But yeah, we're back here. There's nothing new here except just to grab the one item. Now that we have the pulse track, it gives us the directions, very specific directions that we need to go to. So it's like yellow first. I don't remember it all exactly, but it's yellow, and then I think yellow, red. Okay, so yellow, red. Because the rainbow's purple. Rainbow starts off purple and ends with blue? No. Rainbow starts purple and I think ends with red. So let's see, yellow, red, orange. No, I'm sorry, yellow, red, green, purple. So yeah, it's a bunch of mix match colors. But yeah, though. This is optional though, and it's actually I actually got really lucky. I was able to do it my first time, which is very surprising. But my strategy is a little different too, because I have the Mind's Eye, which really does make a huge difference. I love that weapon. I'm so glad it's in the other games too, because it's a staple now. For me, at least. But we're almost done, thankfully. I think there's just a couple more doors we have to go through. But yeah, though, this side mission does help us lead to Yuri's ultimate armor and, like I said, the final soul he can fuse with. Which is a really good one. It's actually... it's pretty good. It's, I don't know. I still think our fire soul is maybe just a little bit better because we can power up our attack. Power up everyone's attack. But it's really good. So anyways, there's a treasure chest over here. No, nothing to fight, thankfully. Except for the common enemies that are just kind of littered around this temple. How does this place keep changing, though? The item that's here. We received the Stone of Rebirth. And this is actually a really easy item to miss because if you don't get that magazine in the tower, you can never get this. And it looks like, Lavos? Yeah, Lavos from Chrono Trigger. It looks like Lavos, kind of. That's kind of what that reminds me of. But with that, though, we can leave, and we need to head to the graveyard. Now, this is going to be an extremely tough fight, and I actually managed to do it on my first time, which is amazing. That's not something... The first time I tried to do this, I was like level 60, and I took like 20 times, but managed to do it my first time only at level like 55. But again, though, I have the Mind's Eye, the Flare Brooch, which is really helpful, and I put on a the dummy item that makes you revive from death once. It actually helped. It's kind of funny, it gets used up immediately. Oh, an old familiar voice. It's Yuri's dad. Is it really his dad this time and not Foxface that he thought was his dad, which was just his evil inner demons? Alright, and we have to fight Yuri's dad. Like I said, this fight can be very, very tricky, and I was extremely lucky that I was able to beat it. Even though I start off really poorly in the beginning. I didn't want to transform in the beginning just to save my SP, but I really should have. For this fight though, I decided to use Lobo, mainly because he actually has I decided to use Lobo for a couple of reasons. One, he has, I think, the best defense out of all the fusion monsters. Two, he has his own healing move, which can heal a lot of life, and he can also increase defense. So he's just overall, I think, a pretty good choice for this fight. His healing move is pretty easy to hit for perfect, and so is getting that additional 36 defense boost. I don't remember if I used that, but I just do. That's how I go this fight. But yeah, though, the first fight is with Yuri's dad. He has about 3,000 HP. He's not too hard. All he'll do is punch you and kick you, but I actually did a really shitty job the first time fighting him. As you can see, I'm almost already dead, and I decided to go into Lobo. You can use any fusion you really want, I guess, but it's not... This fight really is hard, though. It's not nearly as hard as the Demi-Fiend from Digital Devil Saga, though. That is, without a doubt, the hardest RPG boss fight I have ever done, ever. That was insane. But yeah, look, 411, that's pretty damn good. It's better than just the 300 you get from the items. So that's also another reason why I use Lobo. And his, he doesn't require a ton of SP, so that's nice too. There's Pure Root, so yeah, I was trying to get my SP up a little bit. Yeah, though, this fight is very hard, though. Right now, it's still in its easy early phase, but trust me, it gets pretty damn hard when it gets to the second phase, which should be happening actually quite soon. This fight, though, is going to be cut a little bit, though, because it's a lot of repeating. And you'll see what I mean when we get to the second phase. Only 342. Still more than just 300, though, so that's nice. Unfortunately, though, the beginning's just a little annoying because I'm just not getting a lot of turns to do anything, and I'm just getting hit a whole bunch. So it's kind of annoying. Yuri's dad's beating him up a lot. It's not very nice. He's got good form, though. God, how tough do you have to be to just start punching demons in the face? But yeah, though, finally we're going to get some attacks in. Thankfully, with the Mind's Eye, though, I do a ton of damage. Again, when I first did this in my practice, I didn't use the Mind's Eye. So I was doing a lot less damage. So this fight went a lot smoother because of that. And hey, yeah, so go for Shout. There we go, look at that, perfect. Rare. 409 this time. Just keeps punching and kicking and punching. But after this, I think after this turn, though, he transforms. Or, no? Okay, I guess I still... Oh, that's right, I put up my defense first. It is a little helpful. Only by 30%, but that's still pretty good. 30% is a huge chunk. So yeah, look at that. He's doing a lot less damage now. And then after this will start the second phase of the fight. And this is where the fight gets very tricky. This fight is harder than the final boss. Here it is. Oh god, that thing's gross looking. The Seraphic Radiance. So yeah, the most evil fusion monster. No Harmonixer has ever fused successfully with this monster. A successful fusion gives Harmonixer the power to perform Decide. So yeah, it has 5,000 HP. It is non-element. It's pretty much going to do basically 300 damage every turn. And it has the ability to heal itself too. It has a healing damaging attack. So yeah, it's pretty much almost always going to do 300 damage at the end of every turn. It's not doing a lot right now just because I have the charge up, but normally it does do a shit ton of damage. Yeah, though, this fight, I mean, like I said, I got really lucky. I was able to beat this on my first try. Never been able to do that before. This fight took me forever to do my first time. Holy crap, on my practice run, it was like maybe more than 50 fights. It is a very tricky fight. And you know, you just start to get impatient too. So that's basically what it is. You heal after it attacks you, you get a couple of swipes in, and then that's kind of it though. But thankfully though, like I said, because I have the Mind's Eye, this fight goes a lot smoother because of that. Because I can actually deal a significantly more damage. Plus, when I was doing it the first time in my practice run, I was using Amon, which Amon is strong. But the only issue is, one, he takes a lot of SP, so you're going to have to heal your SP a lot sooner. Two, his moves his special attacks are a lot harder to hit. So like his healing move, he has a healing move. It heals you 100%. But one, it costs a lot of MP. Two, it's one of the more it's a difficult spin on the wheel. So it's really easy to mess up and then just not get that health you need. So Lobo is a much safer choice. Because I remember I would, you know, maybe almost win, and then I missed the healing that I desperately needed. So yeah. And then sometimes I would try and attack with the special attacks, and although they do a lot of damage, I wasn't consistent enough with the wheel, and I would miss a lot. So I'd be missing turns of where I could have just attacked physically. So yeah, it's really rough. But yeah, that's the fight. This is pretty much it right here. Taking a turn to attack, taking a turn to heal. Thankfully, I have a couple of items that can fully heal my HP and my MP and my SP, because as you can see, the SP is down to 2. I think I have a small jug on. Yeah, I have the small jug on, which does increase your stats, but it takes your SP down by 2. But you know, it was really necessary, though. Those stat bonuses are real good. Pure Extract. 999. And this is, I don't know if I wasn't paying attention if it did this move before, but this is the attack that will deal damage to you, but it will also heal it. I don't know, it's got boobs, so I want to call it a her, so I'm just going to refer to it as a her. That will heal her. Yeah. It doesn't heal a ton of damage. It doesn't heal a lot, but, you know, it's still annoying. And I think I used the Ouroboros. What is it? What do I use? Oh, yeah, the Fruit of Yggdrasil. The Tree of Life. Anyways, though, that heals us 100%, which is nice. And the cut for this fight is going to happen right about now, because you've seen the whole fight. Just me taking... I didn't notice I have 666 health, that's funny. Me taking a couple of turns to attack. I mean, me taking like one turn to attack, and then taking one turn to heal. So yeah, as you can see, the fight's kind of long and boring. But you can see she is starting to wobble, so you know she's pretty close to death. And I go for one more heal. And then the next turn should be my last attack. And then that should finish it. I don't get why she has a snake, but okay. Got big old Icarus wings. And there we go. Yeah, that was really tough fight. But it's worth it. You get a couple of goodies. You get 3 really good goodies. You get a ring, which cuts, I think, all elemental damage in half. You get a lot of experience. You get Yuri's ultimate armor, and you get the Seraphic Radiant Soul. So now you can fuse into the ultimate form. And you get Daddy's approval.
Why do I worry so? I'm blessed with true friends. I have enemies to battle, and my body remains strong enough to face any challenge. Can there be any greater happiness than this? Do not waver. Forge ahead. The blood of the Harmonixer. The power of fusion. You've come this far since awakening, have you not? You're a man, aren't you? You must not halt your steps. When you choose of your own free will to halt your steps, that will signify true defeat. Go. Continue to place one foot before the other. For every man there is a resting place. Grit your teeth, and no matter what setbacks you may suffer along the way, continue on to that place. That is victory. Don't look at me like that. You've grown, son. That little boy that used to hide behind his mother's back when I came home has grown big and strong. Do you remember the garden you and I made for your mother in the backyard? I only wish I had had more time.
And there we go. Closing another chapter in Yuri's life. Anyways, before you leave, though, the graveyard, make sure you come behind this tree because there's a very sneaky item here. Father's coat. Yuri's ultimate armor. It's very good. Now we can cosplay as Yuri's dad. So it cuts light and dark damage in half. So pretty nice. But anyways, though, the bigger, cooler thing. Well, first we want to... I thought I had the item that made me... Oh, that must have been during my practice run. Where I had the... Okay. Anyways, here's the diamond ring that we got. Yeah, it cuts all damage except non-elemental damage in half. That is so good. I think I give that to Atlas. But anyways, though, I forgot to show you our new soul. The Seraphic Radiance. Yep. Yuri gets a terrible chest tattoo and gets naked and grows some wings. It's very strong. It is extremely powerful. But we need to unlock its ultimate move, so we will be doing that right now. I love the names for its attacks too, though. It's probably got the best names for the game. I think it's the attacks are like called For the Children. For tomorrow, yeah. Here's the attack. For the children. The only thing, though, that's annoying about this fusion is its Judgment Wheel is super hard to do for its specials. I am terrible at it. But, yep, there you go. So, you know what, though? That's going to be the end of the video here. So, we will go ahead and go to the float in the next part. So, this is Yohhamgambal. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, bye then.